Hi again, and welcome to Cosmic Traveler, the one-stop shop for all of your astrology meets travel needs. My name is Shayna Conde, and I've been living and traveling by astrology for the past year. And this is everything that I've learned, and your guys are coming along with me on the journey. Today, we are going to be talking about the ninth house and what that means for you and your travel preferences. And not just travel preferences, but I think that the ninth house could tell you about the kind of places that you prefer to travel to, what kind of planets are in there, can kind of give you the vibe of what traveling is going to be like. And I will be using my chart as an example. Also, the planets that are in there can be highlighted depending on what kind of perfection you're in. That is a time for another video, but let's just dive into the ninth house. First, what is the ninth house? The ninth house is in charge of several things, as are all the other 12 houses. Now, the ninth house is in charge of long distance travel, philosophy, higher education. It's also the house of the sun's joy. So it's a pretty happy house generally. I happen to be particularly fortunate when it comes to my ninth house placements. So let me show you what I mean by this. This is me. Welcome to the inner workings of Shayna. I have removed all of the asteroids because that is a topic for another day. But these are my placements. As you can tell, I am very top heavy. In here, not in here, we can't win it all. But right up here, boop, that's my ninth house. Ninth house is ruled by Libra. My ninth house is ruled by Libra. Once again, this varies depending on whatever your rising sign is. My rising is in Aquarius. That Saturn first house is a doozy. It's not for the faint of heart, but it is in its home. So it's never, things could be better over there, but we're moving forward. We're not focusing on that. Back to the ninth house. Don't mind the crippling ADHD. Obviously, this is my hyperfixation astrology. So here we are, ninth house. I have the sun conjunct my Jupiter. Happy placements. So for those who don't know, conjunct just pretty much means that you have two planets or luminaries, because the sun is not a planet. So you have two astrological placements in the same house, in the same sign. So the sun, I take the sun as how I personally experience myself. It is the ego. It is my inner expression of self. I think I give Libra. Now, do I actually give Libra to the outside world? That involves other things, but that is how I identify myself. And then I have Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of many things, including luck, expansion. It wants to spread its arms. It wants to make everything pretty and lucky. And Jupiter, where your Jupiter is can help you determine where you're luckiest in life, in things, in relationships. Ooh, I'm in shadow. In relationships. Oh, I need to figure this out. 1 second. Yes, I like this more. So we're refocusing. Last year, I was 30. 30, when you think about perfection years, 30 is a seventh house year. My seventh house, which is right here, bing, bang, bop, is in Leo. The ruling sign, the ruling planet luminary of Leo is the sun. So when you think about perfection years, you have to look for where the ruler of that house is. So the ruler of Leo is the sun. So all of the elements, bing, 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 of the relationship stuff would also come in contact with characteristics of the ninth house, which is where my sun is, right up here. So what I'm saying is I really invested into Shayna, you gonna travel this year. And when I tell you that everywhere that I've been to this year, I did not have to pay for. I have only booked, and I've been to 11 countries this year, and I've only paid for 3 plane tickets, truly. I'm talking 12-hour, 10-hour flights. I have not paid for any of those. I've only booked 3 plane tickets this year. Perfection years are where it's at. Anyway, moving on. So what does my ninth house say about me? So I like to think of the ninth house and look at not only the planets that are in it, but also the sign that rules it. So Libra energy in the ninth house when it comes to travel. For me, that is, so Libra, it's Venus ruled. right? Libra loves an aesthetic. It loves a vibe. It loves how things look. But also, when you think about Libra versus Taurus, Taurus is much more selective in the things that it likes. It loves the things that it loves the things that it loves, and it hates everything else. Taurus has a very big ick factor to it. Not to say all Tauruses. This is how I consider Taurus energy to be, as opposed to Libra, where a lot of people think of the indecisive Libra. No, Libra energy just sees the genuine beauty in everything. So when you ask a Libra, hey, where do you want to eat? And they say, oh, well, I really like this place, but I do also really like that place. Oh my God, but that place is really good. And you go, oh my God, you know what? Why can't you decide? It's not that it's that they genuinely love all of these aspects of these different things. And I think that when it comes to travel, especially long distance travel for me, that shows up a lot. What do I mean by this? So for example, with somebody who has Libra ruling the ninth house, I travel to a lot of places and I genuinely love most of the places that I've been to for different reasons. So when people say, oh my God, Shayna, where was the best place that you've been to? I can't answer that question. Shayna, where was your favorite space that you've lived? It all depends on what you're talking about. Like, give me more specifics. Are you talking about food? Are you talking about culture? Are you talking about the community that I've built? Are you talking about landscape? Are you talking about, because I can genuinely see the beauty in all of these different spaces. And so like, there's very few places that I won't travel to. There are some places that I won't travel to though. And I learned that the hard way, and astrology does vibe with that. That's for another video. But that is kind of Libra energy in the ninth house. Now, let's say instead I had Pisces, which rules my second house. Let's say I had Pisces in the ninth house. What could that look like? That could look like somebody that has more of an affinity towards spiritually enriching places. I'm thinking wellness travel. I'm thinking meditation retreats. I'm thinking like the people that would really like to go on an ayahuasca trip, like that kind of energy is giving Pisces in the ninth house. Now, let's say, I don't know, let's say you got Leo in the ninth house, right? Leo in the ninth house when it comes to long distance travel is giving, where am I the star? Where is everybody looking at me? That's giving Leo in the ninth house. Like, it's giving extravagant outfits. It's giving I am going to be the new star of Degrassi in every space that I enter the moment that I board a plane to go somewhere far. That kind of energy is giving Leo in the ninth house. And for me personally, going back to the planets that are in there, whenever I have a perfection year that highlights either my sun or my Jupiter, it's going to be pinging the ninth house again. And because I've got Jupiter in here, when I tell you I am genuinely at my luckiest when I am traveling, like things just start coming together for me in a way that it was not happening when I was just stationed, especially when I was stationed in the United States. So, and it's one of the reasons why my travel career when it comes to journalism boomed so quickly. Like I have been in this career for less than a year. And I didn't even know that I was a travel journalist until somebody told me randomly on a press trip when I was surrounded by like dry aged steak and bottomless wine. And they were like, oh my God, like, look at all these travel journalists. And I was like, there's travel journalists here? And they're like, bitch, that's you. So yeah, that's a little bit of a rundown about how the ninth house affects your personal, or my personal, long distance travel situation. I am curious, what signs do you guys have in the ninth house? What planets do you have in the ninth house? Do those planets have strong aspects with other planets? Like, as you can see here, like I've got a couple of strong aspects between like my Jupiter and my sun. So yeah, like my Jupiter, yeah, you see these thicker lines that are doing what they do, right? So I'm curious, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Yes, okay, talk to you soon, bye.